We're back and we're still talking to Billy from Kitong Bisa, founder of Kitong Bisa. Kitong Bisa means we can, correct, in Papuan. How long did it take for you to leave Papua in terms of expanding your network, expanding your organization? Like for instance in Java.
Yeah, it started in 2009 in Papua. Then in 2011, I think that when people start calling me, 2 years after, people start calling me and help them out. But then what happened at the time, I got scholarship, so I had to go overseas. And when I
This is within the 2 years that you were in still Papua, or is this after?
After 2 years. So I went overseas, and when I came back in 2015, lots of potential partners or clients that called me and help them out. So
while you were away, though, who's managing Kitong Bisa back at home?
We had a team here, but it's smaller team. It's now bigger, like a current team. So our strategy with helping out the partners is like for 1 year. We're going to be like with them as a partnership, and then exit strategy, we hope that they can sustain their activities 1 year after. And if they cannot sustain, then we're there like anytime they need us to help them
Speak
out.
about sustain. How did you sustain the first 2 years before you actually branch out?
Well,
how were you able to sustain that?
It was really a hard and tough struggle with me. I used lots of my personal money to start that out because we need brand to tell the potential funder to like, hey, fund our activities. We're here, like we exist. So I used lots of my money and savings, for the whole 1 or 2 years, the first 1 or 2 years. I paid the staff using my own money and stuff like that. But then when our brand started appearing like in public, we've got offers to work together with private sectors, with the government programs. So now we can sustain in a way that we have consistent partners that help us out.
And about your branch, about your partners outside of Papua, what kind of before you were able to earn any profit, what was the scheme that you work? What's the base on that agreement or cooperation? Is it because they simply want this to grow?
True.
Or is there a return for them at the time?
It's a return for them. It's kind of like 50-50, 50% that we tap into their corporate social responsibilities money, but when they see the scalability of the activities that we do, like for instance, some private company, US-based company, they said like, hey, we want to fund you like more than that as long as you can online brand us. So like then we started to create a system in a way that we can prove to them that every sponsorship, every money that they give us, when we go to the field, will increase their brand awareness by this amount of money. So we have tools and methodologies that we provide.
And how many students in total, roughly, on top of your head at the moment, that you actually help developing?
Well, in Yapen Island itself, it's around 60 to 80 students registered at the moment. But students are very inconsistent in the way they come and go. They come and go. So, and adding to our partner students, also we have partner in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City, adding to every partnership that we have, adding the total of like, I think it's more than 500 students that
more than 500 students,
kids that they've been helping out with.
And from 2009 until now, how has the response and support from your community changed? Has it changed in that span of time?
Yeah,
or are you still getting the same resistance?
Yeah, education takes forever to be able to see the output. It's not instant process. You educate them in 2009 and then you want them to be successful. It's impossible. But what feasible things that I see is the community perspective towards education. I still remember when we made our teachers trainer back last year, when we went there, lots of parents, they came to our learning center just to be able to take the kids and talk to me and talk to the trainers. Like, that's really relieving for me to see how the community perspective change about the importance of education for their kids.
That's your main goal, to just create that awareness that how important education is, formal, non-formal, but that kids deserve that opportunity.
At the end, it's the parents' responsibilities for making sure they're successful.
Any more involvement from parents in that period of time?
Yeah, we are strategizing on that, because the key success of that is how the parents support the kids, right? When I got a chance to be interning in U.S. State Department programs last year, and I worked in Chicago, and I see how United States educational programs involve parents and the family. They call it community-based kind of learning ecosystem. That's what I'm coping at the moment in our way
We'll
of
talk
work.
more about that. When we come back, we'll talk about Billy's childhood in Papua, in his little island, and how the struggles that he has to go through to get proper education after this short break.